gunboats across the island of Oahu.
On the quiet morning of December 7, 1941, the peaceful waters of Pearl Harbor in Hawaii looked like any ordinary Sunday. Sailors aboard American battleships relaxed and began their day, unaware that history was about to change forever. Far out in the Pacific, waves of Japanese warplanes sped toward Hawaii, carrying out a secret mission that would shock the world. Within minutes, the sky above Pearl Harbor filled with enemy aircraft as the surprise assault began. Bombs and torpedoes rained down on the harbor, igniting explosions and plunging the naval base into chaos. Sirens echoed across Pearl Harbor as smoke and explosions spread through the naval base, sending sailors scrambling for safety. Japanese torpedo bombers flew dangerously low over the harbor, striking powerful American battleships anchored below. A devastating bomb struck the battleship USS Arizona, triggering a massive explosion. Nearby, the battleship USS Oklahoma rolled onto its side as terrified sailors leapt into the burning water to survive. Within just 2 hours, the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor had left the harbor in flames. As the attack spread beyond the harbor, Japanese fighters turned their attention toward nearby American airfields across the island of Oahu. Rows of American aircraft were destroyed on the ground before many pilots even had the chance to take off. Amid the chaos, brave sailors and soldiers fought back with whatever weapons they could find. Anti-aircraft guns roared to life, sending streams of fire into the sky as defenders tried desperately to repel the attackers. After nearly 2 hours of relentless bombing and gunfire, the Japanese planes finally began to disappear beyond the horizon. What remained was a harbor filled with burning ships, shattered aircraft, and the tragic silence that follows destruction. More than 2,400 Americans had lost their lives in the devastating attack on Pearl Harbor. The following day, President Franklin D. Roosevelt addressed the nation with words that would echo through
The
history.
very lives of our civilization will be dominated by the long, hard, the inevitable triumph. So help us God. December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. I ask that the Congress declare a state of war. In that moment, the United States officially entered World War II, forever changing the course of global history.
Across the United States, news of the devastating attack on Pearl Harbor spread rapidly, shocking a nation that had hoped to stay out of war. Within days, thousands of young Americans rushed to enlist, determined to defend their country. Factories across the nation quickly transformed into powerful engines of war production. Ships, aircraft, and weapons were built at an unprecedented pace as the United States prepared for a long global conflict. What began as a devastating surprise attack soon united the American people like never before. Over the following years, the United States and its allies fought across oceans and continents during World War II. The sacrifices made by soldiers, sailors, and civilians would eventually lead to the defeat of Japan and the end of the war in 1945. Today, the waters of Pearl Harbor remain a solemn memorial to the heroes who lost their lives on that fateful morning. Above the resting place of the battleship USS Arizona, visitors stand in silence, remembering the courage and sacrifice of those who never returned home. And as history continues to shape our world, the story of Pearl Harbor reminds us that the lessons of the past must never be forgotten. History is filled with moments that change the world, and in our next documentary, we uncover another story that shaped the course of human history. Please stay tuned and do not forget to subscribe.